And we are back at it again with another video. Devastating report reveals that the Lakers are done with LeBron James forever. So let's see what they got to say. Let's get into it.
Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Charles Advance. I want to welcome you guys to another episode of the Dreamers Pro Show, where we cover everything from sports, hot topics, classic debates, entertainment. I'm going to give you guys a fresh perspective on things and how we see them. And today we have an excellent show for you guys here today. Before we get into it, please make sure you like the video and sub to the channel. So yeah, LeBron fans are not going to be happy with me with this one. But guys, LeBron fans, this is not my idea. Mitch actually sent me this stuff. Y'all, I feel like y'all got a few people to be mad at. Y'all mad at me a lot. You also got to be mad at Mitch because he be sending me all of these topics. But we're going to get to that in a few seconds.
Now, for me personally, I'm a fan of good players. And a good player to me is a good person regardless if you're on the court or if you're off the court. If you good on the court but you're a piece of crap off the court, it's hard for me to be a fan because if I meet you in person, it's just going to taint whatever view I had for you while you was on the court. Now I'll give you your props. You feel me? If you a good scorer, then I'll applaud you for being able to score. But if you a piece of crap person, then that also means you're not a very good leader. That means it's hard for you to really develop your team and your teammates in order to be better players, and just things like that. So if you a piece of crap, you a piece of crap. It don't matter what your accolades is on the court. I can't be a fan of you. If off the court, you trash. So I'm gonna just leave it at that.
So yesterday I was chilling, and then Mitch sends me over a article with the headline saying, it's from Silver Screen and Row. It says, Lakers targeting players in same age range as Luka Doncic and Austin Reeves. It seems the Lakers want to be the leaders of the new school and are aiming to get younger if they make a move. And I'm like, that's interesting. Why? Because there's been a lot of conversation surrounding LeBron James, Luka Doncic, and Austin Reeves, right? And the new conversation is, oh man, is who gonna go to the bench? Who gonna play defense? And I'm sitting there looking at these dudes like, wait a minute. You want the Lakers to prioritize a 41-year-old over their younger talent? Like, you got to be joking, right? Austin Reeves is not a good defender. We all know this. Neither is Luka Doncic. LeBron was a good defender, but he isn't anymore. So it would obviously make sense for the Lakers to want to move on, which is exactly what they did this summer when they decided not to give LeBron an extension. And that's something that enraged a lot of his fans because now they're looking for who to take out their anger on, and the person that they've singled out is Austin Reeves. But before I get into my thoughts, let me read what this article says. It says, in the Jay-Z song 30-something, the Brooklyn lyricist made entering his 30s sound like a man beginning to reach his prime. That might be true for Sean Carter, who can continue to rap and build his business empire, but in sports, that ideology doesn't work well. The Lakers have the oldest player in the NBA in LeBron James, and while he's still great, teams generally want youth so they can compete with some of the best young rosters that love to run, like the defending champion Oklahoma City Thunder. The NBA trade season is now ramping up since free agents who signed with different teams in the offseason are now trade eligible. NBA insider Mark Stein believes that if the Lakers make a move, the player would be a young one. In a recent Stein newsletter, Stein writes that if the Lakers are going to make a deal, it will likely be for a player under 30. This would be an effort not only to get younger, but also ensure any new additions are around the ages of their stars, Luka Doncic and Austin Reeves. Generally speaking, though, my read on the Lakers' preference is that they would like to target players in the same age range as stars Luka Doncic and Austin Reeves as they continue to build out their roster around them, as opposed to surrendering prime trade assets for 30-somethings. It's an approach they leaned on in the offseason when the Lakers split their mid-level exception on Ayton, who's 27, and Jake LaRavia, who's 24. In general, adding young players who still have upside speed and athleticism should always be the goal. This thought process to avoid 30-plus players might seem silly or arbitrary, but it does make sense. Obviously, if some superstars like Giannis Antetokounmpo suddenly really wanted to force a trade to LA, his age wouldn't matter. But there are far fewer Giannis's out there, and plenty of Brook Lopez's LA needs to avoid. And then it goes on to say a few other things about some acquisitions. It says in the summer, the Lakers acquired mainly players in their 20s. Jack LaRabia was 24, Aiden was 27. Even so, Los Angeles still picked up Smart, who was 31. So it's not a hard line that they aren't willing to cross. It's just something fans should keep in mind when playing fantasy general manager. A player the Lakers have reportedly called about, for example, is Herb Jones. He's 27 years old and an elite 3-and-D wing that satisfies a lot of the Lakers' needs. His price appears to be too high for the Lakers to reach, but the idea of a player like Jones matches what the Lakers need and likely want. There are plenty of great players in their 30s, but considering the Lakers want to build around Luka and perhaps even Austin Reeves, they have to ensure the roster they're building is designed to win for years on end, not just to compete for this season. So so in LA, 30 isn't the new 20, it's just 30. And the Lakers aren't as interested in the Boomers with the Zoomers now ready to run the show. Okay, I don't know. Is Zoomers a real thing? I don't even know if that's a real thing. I'm just hearing about it now. Anyway, what are my thoughts about this? I guess this kind of kills the whole idea that Dave McMenamin tried to put out there, which was the Lakers could give he said the Lakers could give LeBron James a max contract extension this summer.
Nah, I ain't in the whole politics of basketball, but trying to tailor your roster around somebody that's on a decline has never been a smart move. You know what I mean? Especially when you got a new superstar like Luka Doncic coming in. There's really no reason to keep LeBron around. I'm not saying he wasn't a good player. He hasn't been this season at least, but I'm not saying he doesn't have his accolades. I'm not saying he hasn't, you know, made an impact on the game of basketball during his era. But the truth of the matter is, it's no longer LeBron's prime. LeBron is now on the back end of his prime. He is now on the decline. He's not as athletic. His stamina, 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 stamina. His stamina isn't where it was. So his ability to run up and down the court and chase down, block people like he used to, not there. His vertical, not there. His shooting percentage, my bad, not there. So of course it's reasonable and optimal to look for younger talent that you can develop. And I don't know if you watched my last video, but it's clear LeBron is not trying to develop any further than where he's at. He's not trying to go. He's not trying to do better. He's not trying to be better. He just not. He not trying. He got his rings. He got his achievements or whatever. But at this point, the only record he's trying to break is being the person that's in the NBA the longest. And like they say about anything, you can either die a superhero or you can live long enough to see yourself become the villain. And at this point, LeBron is becoming the villain. It is time to hang up your basketball shoes, get an NBA to the next generation, and let them do what they got to do to develop their skills. And if you want to come back as a coach, by all means. But it's no longer that era of being the floor general, that era of being the coach on the court is donezo. It's not serving no purpose. You're not helping nobody. You're not progressing your team forward. And at this point, you're hindering them because your pride and your ego does not want to allow Luca and whoever, JJ Redick, whoever the case is, it doesn't want to allow them to be able to call the shots. LeBron still wants to call the shots. LeBron still wants to have control. LeBron wants the power. But the thing is, you don't have any power if you not putting people in seats in the stadium. You don't have any power if you not making, building, and producing a championship team. Your power is dwindling, my kind sir. So before you become a villain, the ultimate villain in basketball history, I suggest you transition into a more coach oriented role, in a more mentor leadership guidance role. You can still be on the team, you can still play on the court, but don't be a hindrance to the team. Don't be so caught up in self that you sabotage others. That don't make sense to me. You making your checks, you making your money. There's literally no point for you to be trying to hold up the team, hold up other players, hold up the coach, and hold the Lakers hostage for what? I don't get it. You're a multimillionaire. You've gotten championship rings, and you're not trying to get another one. So I don't see the point or the purpose to sit here and hold the Lakers hostage because of what you want your son to play for him. But the thing is, the way you playing, you're not even gonna have that ability. You're not gonna have that kind of pull, that kind of power. You're not gonna have that kind of access, and they definitely not gonna listen to you with the way that you currently treating your teammates and your coach. You being extremely disrespectful. You brushing off people. You're not following the plays. You're not helping the team win. You're not being a good leader. You're not being a good guidesman. You're not doing the things that you should be doing or could be doing to still have that kind of influence on the NBA. So at that point, it's just time to hang it up. It's just time to hang it up.
The Los Angeles Lakers are going to sign a 42-year-old player to a max contract. And this makes sense to who, please? Who? Now, we all know that LeBron is defying what the human body should be able to do, but let's be for real here. No one is going to sign up for that experiment for another 2 years at max dollars. And if LeBron were to resign with the Lakers, for example, to kind of just experiment with that thought process, of course he's going to want max dollars. Because last year he made an all-NBA team. So LeBron is looking at it, wait a minute, I just made an all-NBA team at the age of 40. So why wouldn't I be eligible for max dollars? You're trying to hold my age against me, but if you look at my production and the accolades, I was an all-star, da, da, da. So why wouldn't I be eligible for that? And he would have a case to do that. And he's well within his right to make that case. And the Lakers are well within their right to reject that case. All right? They're well within their right. Nobody's paying $50 million for a 40-year-old. No one is doing that. Nor should they do that. It makes no bloody sense whatsoever. And that's something that the new Lakers management were able to figure out rather quickly. So this whole idea of, LeBron could stay in, we're done with this. And the fact of the matter is, no one is being cruel to LeBron. LeBron has played for 23 years, guys. 23. We're not talking about somebody that, he only played for 7 years and what could have been his career, and he's trying to go out there and show you what he could have been. Maybe he's like a Grant Hill or something like that. No, we're talking about a guy that for the most part has been healthy for 20 good years, that never had any severe injuries. So LeBron has had his time under the sun. He's had his opportunities to win championship, win awards, make money, etc., 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 etc. But at a certain point, the music must stop. At a certain point, the club must shut down. Everybody has to go home. Right? Everybody has to go home. And it's like LeBron's the last dude at the bar at 5 a.m. talking about, can just one more drink. One more drink. And they're like, bro, the bar's closed, man. We going home. You don't see them packing up crates over there? You don't see the DJ wrapping up the mic and wrapping up the chords? It's over. No, it's done. We're done. We're going home. I'm tired. Right? So this may be harsh to some LeBron fans, but it's the reality. And frankly, I don't know I don't know what else you guys thought this was going to be. But in their minds, because I heard Nick Rice say it, LeBron could probably play into his 50s. This is what these people think. So these are my thoughts. Whatever you guys think, please leave your thoughts in the comments, and we catch you on the next show. And I'm out. Peace.
Yeah, man. Honestly and truly, nobody lasts forever in any sport. Now, you might go to big three. You feel me? You might do something like that. You can still play basketball. But at the elite level that you need to be playing in order to be in the NBA, I don't really see that happening. And it's not to knock LeBron for anything, because look, like you said, 43, still playing. But that effort, that's my thing. That effort ain't there. He not trying as hard as he did when he was in his prime. But at this point, the only reason the team is still picking you up is more based on your legacy and your past accolades than your future potential. So, I'm going to just leave it at that. But let me know what y'all think. Drop a like. Go ahead and subscribe. Tell me what y'all think of the comics. But until next time, I'm out. Peace.